Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mouth Noises.
Whoop, gotta grab my microphone.
There is going to be no true crime today unless you're talking about killing a podcast about how we went to Las Vegas, saw F1. You know, I'm going to say this.
What?
I think we're pretty cool.
Yeah, me too, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And, you know, we're cooking over on Patreon doing lots of true crimes. I will admit that I did not plan my time super well. So
that's part of your charm.
I know. So part of the reason why we're recording this fantastic episode today is because we're so excited to tell you all about F1. And also, I could not write a episode in time.
Yes, but Muriel just did do a fantastic two-parter all about soul legend Sam Cooke.
Yeah, so that's on the Patreon, and it's actually turned out really well. I was trying to do a quick version, but
that's impossible.
Well,
for you, I mean.
I talk too much.
Yeah, so if you're feeding for that true crime, find it over on Patreon. You know?
Yeah, that was a really, really fun one. That was a really interesting one. So fast forward to right now.
What's up, everyone? Hi, we love you. It's good to be here with you.
Yeah, so we have so much stuff to talk about because life has been really exciting.
Yeah.
One of the really exciting things is, catch this.
What?
Cool kids. Nick invented the most fantastic tiki drink for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we had a Friendsgiving, and our friend and neighbor came up from downstairs, and we were we had other friends, like really good friends, come over.
The Mouth Noises that's behind the Patreon paywall is all about that specifically.
Yes, but she came up with a bottle of champagne. I was like, awesome. We're drinking champagne.
Yeah.
And then Nick's like, well, do you want these amazingly delicious tiki drinks? And I got pretty drunk at some point. I was really glad that I had gotten a lot of stuff done ahead of time because I was like,
because these are those dangerous ones.
Well, and now Nick is going to tell you about it and show you because, listen, when our friend Brittany took a sip of this tiki drink, it's kind of like a riff on it's
kind of like a painkiller meets a Mai Tai. It's like
a Mai Tai, but also a Dole Whip if you're like into
from
those.
Disneyland.
From Disneyland. It's got it has some cream in it.
It has whipped cream on the top. You're about to see. You're about to learn. It's all going to happen for you.
One sip of this.
Yeah.
And she started yelling, "Shut up, shut up." And then she hit him because that's how good it was.
Yeah.
And she was like, you have to have a recipe. And she has a brilliant mind. We were just like, oh, we probably just, we're just chucking stuff in a glass and putting whipped cream on top. But they were so good.
Yes.
She also, for the record, yelled, "Shut up" a bunch and hit me when she had my pie, which made me feel really good about myself.
I know. It is. She was good. She was doing the ego some justice. She was really pumping us up. She got the two things
we were really into. Yeah. I got a good smack and a good shut up for my pecan pumpkin pie. It was pretty tight. And then my other friend's sick because he ate too many pieces.
Yeah, I had to lay on the floor. It was great.
Woo!
I know. I'm sure everyone went home and barfed up all these rum drinks too. Making people sick, dude. Dropping the dime on them.
My ego is the size of a globe. Or something.
No, we're like those inflatable guys. Yeah, it's like they're blowing hot air. We're inflated, but then also like bending around and unpredictable. And suddenly we're small.
We get sad for no reason.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, so first we have to start with the drinks, and then we have to talk about freaking F1 in Las Vegas. Go. Okay, you go now.
My tiki drink. We were gonna call it the Disneyland Benzo. We were gonna that's a play on like painkiller.
A painkiller is a tiki drink.
Painkiller is a tiki drink.
P.S.
We were gonna call it. Well, we had a bunch of names for it. The Disneyland Painkiller because of the Dole Whip thing. Anyways, we don't have a great name for it, but maybe we'll come up with it as this episode goes on. Okay, but it was also cheap, so this is a good bargain for you guys. Yeah. Okay. First of all, you get some Myers rum. That's going to be the most expensive thing.
That's the dark rum.
Dark Jamaican rum.
You don't really drink that on its own, do you?
Your dad does.
My dad got
no, people do.
Myers rum for his breakfast drink, which I still to this day can't fathom.
The funniest thing was just how he was like, I actually, yeah.
He said he didn't
want
a
double Myers.
He's like, I have to have a double Myers. I was like, wow, that's
okay. So you get your Myers, you get your Bacardi Silver. These are cheaper rums, right? Then you get some amaretto, and it can be that's like a almond liqueur, and almond is a very, very popular flavor in a lot of tiki drinks, in a lot of drinks, period. So like orgeat, spelled like O-R-G, orgeat, whatever it is. It's like an almond syrup, basically. It's a super popular, very common in many drinks, and it's like the secret. I think it's a secret sauce. I think if you go amaretto and you just get like even the cheap kind, a little tiny bit really adds a woodiness, like a little backbone to any drink. It's like so
nutty,
good.
if you will.
Nuttiness. Yeah, baby. Okay. And you can make this in a pitcher. Okay. So you do like 8 ounces of, yeah, look at that. That's a cute little pitcher. It has even like the ounceages on the inside.
We got this from our friend Davey.
Yeah, Davey. We got a lot of things from her.
I know. All our cool stuff.
I think we might have gotten these.
Those are from Artemis.
Yeah, these are from Artemis. Yeah. Our friends give us things.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this is like how you do it for a party. Okay. You do like 8 ounces of the Myers, 8 ounces of the Bacardi Silver, 4 ounces of amaretto. You put that off to the side. Then you go to your little juice section of your local Safeway, Ralph's, whatever it may be. You guys have ever seen Kern's Fruit Nectar? It is the best mix ever. Okay. You can buy a single can of they have all the different flavors. Uh-huh. You get a single can of Kern's Guava. Did you write that down? Single can of Kern's Guava.
You'll put it
nectar.
in the notes. The recipe will be in the notes.
You get a single can of Humex, you know what I'm saying? Jumex, that kind of fruit juice, of strawberry banana mix. They mix those two together, strawberry banana flavors. So you get 1 guava, 1 from Kern's, 1 Humex strawberry banana, and then you get those little Dole pineapple cans. You get the pineapple mango mix. Boom, you put 4 of those cans in, okay? So you
Juicy.
do two 12-ounce cans and then 4 of the littler things. You put that in a separate pitcher. Boom, you're cooking with fire now. Then you squeeze in a full orange, a fresh orange, and a full fresh lemon, maybe a lemon and a half, depending, or 2 lemons even if you want to get crazy with it. Uh-huh. Then you slice up a little blood orange if you're feeling real fancy. And lemon real thin slices, just like 2 or 3 paper thin slices.
It's not science.
No, this is science. I almost called you bitch. Then you put that in it, so it's like fruit juice. It's like fruit punch style, with the things. You combine those up. You mix them. You shake them. Boom! You can strain them. We were just straining them straight into plastic cups. If you don't have like enough ice and glassware, you don't have to. But now this is when you get real. This is when you get real Disneyland with it.
You get real freaky. Watch this, Nick. Toss your hair while you do it.
No, I have to focus.
Yes.
Boom. You see that? But I'm not done. Then this is the most awkward thing I've ever done for anyone watching the video. Oh, you're not even able to see. Oh, I'm gonna have to angle the camera down. Yeah, there we go. That works.
Oh, wow.
Then you take some ground cinnamon or a fresh cinnamon stick.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Painkiller calls for fresh nutmeg. You can do nutmeg if you want, but I'm doing cinnamon.
Yeah, well, because we didn't have nutmeg.
Boom, delicious. Then, feeling real frisky, you throw in a little bendy straw. Look at that. Everyone can go fucking suck it, throw in some nice little dumb shit like whatever that is, a flour thing. Oh, here, I'll put that for the camera. These are just fancy garnishes,
Yeah. Well, a lot of the time you stick those into fruit, but not us because there's so much fruit in this glass.
Right.
Who cares?
Boom. Umbrella.
Can I have that?
That one is for you, my love.
Wow, look.
Boom.
At that. This is what we were drinking on Thanksgiving.
I feel like it's important to have like a... Oh, I just got whipped cream everywhere. Nightmare.
This is a disaster. I told him to do this.
Muriel's like, oh, you have to talk about the cocktail on the podcast.
I love it. This is fantastic. I didn't realize there would be like so much dust and cream, but I'm into it.
Boom. Roasted. Life is good.
Yeah. Actually, it is really good. Nick and I got up this morning just before we get into the whole F1 thing. There's this movie. What's it called?
I don't know. What?
The movie we saw this morning.
Oh, I think it's pronounced, it's either Sisu or Sisu. Sisu.
Yeah. It's like it's a Finnish action movie about this guy who's going, it's kind of like Not Without My Daughter. What's like the I don't know, not my daughter.
What?
Not like that. No, what's the stupid Liam Neeson's like whole thing about?
Oh, Taken. Oh yeah, it's a revenge movie.
It's like
it's kind of like Mad Max meets Quentin Tarantino,
and it's a Finnish revenge movie set in like just post World War II.
Oh my God, this is so good.
I know, it's so good. And
no, it takes place in 1946. Is that post World War II?
Yes.
Oh, right, tight.
So it's fantastic and also so absolutely insanely violent. Like it's so like uproariously violent.
Yeah, it's like cartoonishly, brilliantly, savagely, bloody, violent.
So 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but at our local movie theater, it's down to one screening a day, only at 10:45 in the morning.
Yes.
So Nick and I were
that's what we did this morning.
We got a bagel sandwich and we went and sat in this movie theater with a bunch of other weirdos. There were like 15 people there.
Killed, crushed, great
and
movie.
And we were laughing at the end. Everybody just started clapping because it was just so fantastic.
Yeah,
it was very funny.
Very good.
Yeah, outrageous.
Beautiful. It was like this. The cinematography is gorgeous. The acting is good. The creativity behind the violence and action is like top notch.
Also, the Finnish sensibility when it comes to action movies is very distinct.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, I was really into it. But also, it's like so violent. Like if you were thinking of like a really violent movie, like this is more violent than like, I don't know, Total Recall or something. Like
Total Recall. Okay, so don't. You're the weirdest person, Muriel, because you're so. You do. I'm not saying you do it on the podcast. You say really smart things. You have very intelligent critiques, and like you make really good points. You're very articulate. You're very smart, and you're so knowledgeable, specifically about film. And then you just come up with the most random ass, nonsensical metaphors like that. You never remember
that be
because Total Recall is that's also completely not relevant and old.
But the movie kind of feels old.
No, it. All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. I take back all the compliments I gave you.
Yeah, well, you don't even know when World War II was. So I take back all the compliments I gave you, and I didn't even give you any.
Okay.
This drink's terrible.
It's so bomb.
Okay. So, Nick and I, and Nick's father, Joe.
We went to Vegas, baby.
We went to Vegas. So this is something, we've talked about this, I think, on and off of this podcast, maybe constantly. I have, sometimes you get something stuck in your craw and you have to keep bringing it up over and over again. Mm-hmm. For me, it was F1. So
which is Formula One, the race car.
The race car, Formula One racing.
Yeah.
So there's this docu-series on Netflix called Drive to Survive. And it's been going on for a few seasons of F1. And Nick and I started watching it. And I am like not at all a sports person on any level. I just can't connect with it, whatever. I watched famously, and I know like maybe this seems like a humble brag, but I did definitely watch the whole docu-series on what's his face, Michael Jordan,
the basketball legend Michael Jordan,
right? And at the end, I still didn't. I thought that there were 12 people on a basketball team, and I was
like on the court at once for each
on the court
team.
at one time, and I kept saying like at the end, I was talking to Nick. I was like, yeah, but it's just so crazy that they just like give them so much credit when there's so many different players on the court. And Nick was just stopped. I
was like, how many players do you think are on each basketball team at once during regulation play?
And I said 12. Spoiler alert, if you don't know anything about basketball, it's 5. But I had already watched like 10 hours of people playing basketball. And I couldn't figure out why like they were like, so Larry Bird is so special. So now I get it.
Okay.
But I just don't connect to it. My brain doesn't connect to it. But for some reason, this F1 thing, I think it's because it's like there are only 20 drivers. Next year, there'll be 22. But there are like only around 20 drivers in the entire world. They're at the top of the sport. They're this elite of elite. They're these like young dudes who've been go-karting since they were like tiny kids, like 3-4 years old. And have reached the pinnacle of this thing, and then the sport you have a really young life or short life in that sport a lot of the time. So like you can maybe get a seat in Formula One and then like race for a few games or races and then get kicked off, or like, you know, you're really good between like when you're 17 and 22 and then you just go downhill and you can't do it anymore. It takes insane hand-eye coordination. It's this crazy thing. Also, they're all so dramatic. It's so much drama. It's such high stakes, and it's really easy to learn about like who the different characters are and what their vibe is and like what their beefs are, because there's only 20 of them. I don't have to like learn how to play football and then like be like, oh yeah,
car
there's
goes
9
fast.
leads.
Yeah.
It's just like car goes fast. That guy does this. It's like so much easier to follow. So this year, F1 they started this a couple years ago. They started doing a street race, which are really exciting. They're races that they don't have a track. They build like a course in the city on the streets.
Right, and that's been happening since the beginning of the sport in some cities.
Right.
So that's
like Monaco, I think, is a big one.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big one. Yeah, that's like an iconic element of the sport, is that they come to the city and then race in the actual streets of the actual city.
Right. And there are arguments for and against it, but one fun thing about it is that the race, like where they're racing, the streets themselves are like dirty and they're oily, and there are manhole covers and like all kinds of crazy things. And so those races can be like really crazy and like unpredictable. And then on top of it, we went to Las Vegas. It's the desert, whatever, but we were having an atmospheric river down here in the south, west, and Nevada got hit with all this rain. So it was a wet race on a dirty track in Las Vegas.
And down the strip, baby, in the streets of Las Vegas.
It was, honestly, I've never traveled for a sporting event in my entire life, and I've been pretty checked out of every sporting event I've been to. I like baseball because I can kind of follow it. Plus, they have beer and hot dogs, and that's the best.
Yeah.
Right, and nachos. But I'm not like into it. This was the most exciting thing. I get it now.
Yeah,
I had more fun than I could possibly even imagine. I understand sports and excitement now, and like
you've been radicalized.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
it was so fun. Okay, so that's where we're at. Is that we went to Las Vegas with Joe,
my father,
which was so fun. We got an upgrade. Like we put our names in for like $1 upgrade, and we got one of our rooms updated to a strip view, so we could see the entire race from the hotel room. We could hear it from the Flamingo. And then we had like a 55-inch screen TV to listen to all the commentary.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the tickets to actually go to the event are ridiculously expensive. It's like thousands of dollars for like a pass for all the events and everything. Yeah. That was not going to happen. But also, then you get tickets and you're in the grandstands and the cars just whiz by anyways, because you can't see the entire track ever.
No,
right?
It's all twisty.
Right. And even if it's just too big, also, it's like, it's impossible, right?
I mean,
so
I think
best
it would
case
be
scenario
fun to be at the finish and start line.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But also, you're still only going to watch them whiz by.
Yeah, right.
So from our hotel room, we could watch them whiz down the whole strip, which is like the straightaway, which happens to be the biggest straightaway in F1 out of all the races.
Yeah, it's like really long.
So you can look out the window, watch them whiz by, and then actually pay attention to what's actually happening in the race on the television. Mwah! It worked out so perfect. Oh
my God, it was so fun. So we show up in Las Vegas at the Flamingo.
We drove, baby.
We drove. What did we do? Oh, we went to this. We always end up stopping at this McDonald's. Now, don't at me, but whatever that means. On road trips, sometimes I just get like I like fancy food, and I like cooking, and I love trying new stuff, and I love eating in different countries, and blah 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 blah. Like I do love food. I've worked in food.
And she loves fast food and Cheez-Its and Lunchables.
I have some trash shit that I just love, and one of them is definitely like McDonald's. And so for some reason, we always stop at this really weird McDonald's at the border between California and Nevada. And it's like, this is the second time we've stopped there, maybe the third. And the first time we stopped there, they were out of all beef products.
Oh, because it was in like the heart of COVID.
Yeah, and people were like honking and like super crazy. And there were all these EV chargers, but nobody was using them. And it was super weird. And then this time we went through and they gave us just ice cold food.
McDonald's sucks.
I know, but I don't care because I like trash. I love trash.
But you don't my cocktail does not count. My incredibly cheap Bacardi based cocktail.
Ready
with whipped cream.
It's so bomb.
No, I mean,
I like trash. I'm not gonna say I don't like trash. I love trash.
I'll eat shit, but just make sure it's steaming. Like it needs to be a steaming hot pile of shit. Then I will eat it. If you give me it's cold. Like McDonald's, the food comes out cold, and I think that's disgusting. And it's so expensive now.
It was like we got. What did we get? This was a good lesson because I cook most of our food, and when we go out in our neighborhood, it's always been expensive. So we kind of like know it's expensive. We have some places.
Yeah, and we know what we like. And at this point, it's like, do we feel like spending the money to get exactly what we know we like?
Yeah. And like, we trim other pieces of stuff. Like I don't get like of our budget. Like,
yeah,
I don't,
we don't have new furniture or anything.
There's like
we drink out of jars.
But I think we know it's expensive and whatever, but like to eat shit and have it be like, it was like 2 Egg McMuffins, 1 hash brown, and like a bottle of water.
Coffee.
It was like $30. Egg McMuffins like this big, and it was cold. And it didn't taste good. I was like, this is outrageous.
I was pissed.
I know. You were really mad. But I just ate it.
I know. I feel like if the government wants us to think, like if they're trying to trick us into like affordability, number one, just like subsidize McDonald's so that price goes down. Cause that's just like I know people always say like it depends on gas. Like, oh, the gas price is what makes people feel like things are affordable or not affordable. But I'm going to I think it's McDonald's and it's it's everything in Vegas. It's like Starbucks.
Vegas is so expensive. Vegas was insane. Like the last time we went, okay, we all know, like maybe you hate it, maybe you love it. Nick and I don't gamble really, but we like to go and just like be in this strange adult addiction carnival. It's a really interesting place to like watch people and like just get the vibe of what's happening and like whatever. It's fascinating.
It's just great people watching, and you get to see like rich, fancy people, kind of. Most of them are actually out of view, but you get to just people are up to such different things there that like that part's really. It's like I think my cousin Sam said it. It made sense to me. It's like it's almost like the airport of America.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a lot of people are in sweats. Oh, that guy's wearing like a designer suit.
Yeah,
like that's first class, and that's person's that works here or whatever. And
it feels kind of like a weird. What would the word be? Like flashpoint, or it's just like a strange place for like how is the world doing right now?
Yeah,
like I've only been there maybe like 3 times or something like that, 3 or 4 times. And like one of the times was Nick and I went on our honeymoon, right? And that was like in 2018 and everything was really cheap.
No, 2018.
2016.
We've been married longer than that.
2016.
No, I think, wasn't it 2015?
2015.
14?
2014.
I think it was 2014.
So we went around in 2014. It was pretty cheap. And then we went back. We were on a road trip to go see our family in Utah, to go see Joey and Emily in Utah. And we went through.
And that was in the heat of COVID.
So that was like when everything was shutting down. And what we did is like we were pretty good at isolating.
It was risky. We did it on the way back. Like we did it because we knew we were going to come back and be isolated here.
So we isolated up to see them. And then we came back and we knew we weren't going to see anybody else. And we just thought, you know what?
Let's just do it.
What is
die.
Vegas like? What is Vegas like right now? Yeah. And it was so weird. Like everything, but also like more than any other place we had been, like we live in LA. It's a big city. We had just been to Utah. Like we had seen the effects of the pandemic in 2020 on different cities.
Yeah.
And like, Las Vegas was like, people were wilding out. Like, because you're allowed to do stuff.
Well, I felt like at that time too, it was like all of the high end stuff was not happening. So it was only like essentially and broke people.
Yeah.
Like it was like nothing glamorous was happening.
Well, because you can drink outside, right? So they let you can be just drinking it out of an open container outside. So like instead of it being like, oh cute, I got like a really tall mixed drink with a crazy straw and I'm like hanging out. It's like case of beer, aggro,
on a stolen mobility scooter. Like 4 people to a mobility scooter. That was the craziest thing. It's just like, what? Like people were just. There's this bar we love. It's called, I guess it's a casino. It's called Stage Door Casino. It's behind the Flamingo right next to Batista's Hole in the Wall, which is our favorite Italian restaurant.
Is so weird.
And I think it's called Stage Door Casino.
I think you're right, yeah. It's really like very ragged.
Well, I felt like this time I really realized that it's actually been really different every time we've gone.
Yeah.
My favorite version was the first time. It was just felt like a dive bar, locals, super cheap. They have a big sign on the wall. It's like $1 Bud Lights.
Yeah.
It's right off the strip behind the Flamingo. And then it was really fun. We were like, this is our place.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, it was like you're gonna get stabbed. And they like security was really on edge, and it was just like
the energy was super like uncomfortable and weird, and it felt very, very extremely druggy. I felt it felt kind of druggy this time too.
Honestly, this time I just felt like it was like a conference for like erectile dysfunction. It was,
but I think that's also F1. Like I think that was whoever's in town for F1. It was a bunch of like more rich looking, like, middle-aged dudes kind of like recapturing something. I think that was
I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't think they were particularly rich looking. I think it was whatever. Whatever
correct.
It was. Okay. Okay, whatever. So anyways, we've been there a bunch of times. I forget. I don't even know what we're talking about this.
We're just talking about Vegas. So like Vegas is fun anyway. We like to go.
Ooh, our favorite place this time was Casino Royale. That was like the cheapest drinks on the strip. Cause also it's just like drinks are really expensive now.
If you can go, you can drink for free if you sit at a slot machine. Which like honestly, if it was like an old school slot machine, fine. But now you're in a dark room and these things are like 9 to 10 feet tall, 3 feet wide, neon screens. They're essentially like huge phones and everything's electronic. So like instead of like, it used to be fun. Like Nick and I have done this thing where like you go to Old Vegas, you play the penny slots. So you sit there and you put pennies, you're playing with pennies. And they just bring you free screwdrivers. So we're just like drinking free drinks. And it's fun because it's like an old machine. Yeah. And the cocktail waitress is funny. And you're just like chilling. But this is like, you couldn't even talk. Like you can't sit at these machines with this like light in your face and then like this crazy sound.
Well, the other thing is you have to be playing the machine actively for them to give you the free drinks, right? So you're going to spend $20 sitting there because cocktail waitresses aren't fast getting, they're only as fast as they can be. You know what I mean? So it's like you're going to spend the money regardless. So you're either going to enjoy yourself, you're either going to play the slot machines because that's fun and be like, ooh, I'm getting free drinks, or you just go sit at the bar or somewhere pleasant where you actually like being and spend that same amount of money and just get the drinks.
The bar is more fun. There's like interesting people there and like, but they were like $18 drinks. For nothing, for like a vodka soda. It was just like
at Casino Royale.
At Casino Royale, have $4 cocktails, and they were really nice.
And they were real stiff drinks. That is one thing I will say about Vegas. I don't care how expensive the drink is. It's going to be stiff.
Yeah.
They're pouring it heavy.
Well, they want you to be like, you know what? Maybe I can play craps.
Yeah, right. All right. Anyway, so we got to Vegas. We picked up my dad from the airport.
Which was very easy.
Worked out perfectly. worked out absolutely perfectly. And then we had to get to the hotel because the hotel is in the middle of the track, which means the streets shut down at a certain point.
Yeah, so we were on like a timer to get in.
Yeah. And it just worked out great. We won the $1 upgrade to have the strip.
It was amazing because
view.
Nick and I had kind of a shit room. Like we were right by like the elevators. It was kind of loud, but I don't care. But what's awesome is that this upgrade also came with 2 queens. So Joe we had floor to ceiling windows, complete view of the strip, could see the cars going by. Joe had his own bed. We could have a bed to hang out on. Like we could go get snacks.
Eat some pretzels.
We cleaned out CVS. We got so many snacks. And then like we got like wine and, whiskey and freaking Diet Cokes. Stocked that room.
Yeah.
It was.
We definitely partied in the hotel room. My dad, also got a mobility scooter, which is fun as hell. I'm sorry. Mobility scooters are actually so fun. And my dad was in a great mood. He's chilling. He's got some surgeries coming up in January. So he's not out and about too much, but he was in the best mood ever. All he wanted to do.
So fun.
He needed me to bring him some coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And then basically once a day, we put him on that mobility scooter and we went out on some food-based adventure.
Yeah.
And then we came back in time to watch the practices on Thursday, the practice on Friday, qualifying on Friday,
insane.
And then the race on Saturday. And he was just like so happy and he didn't care. He was like, yeah, you guys go. Like Muriel and I were able to just go walk around and do our little shenanigans.
It was kind of, sometimes like, you have this kind of kismet when you're traveling with somebody where like your needs dovetail each other and like
in a good way,
so I had that with my mother and our mothers when we went to London. It was like this really, really special trip. But then when we went to England but our needs kind of dovetailed and then like our vibes also dovetailed. And I thought like, oh, this is, it's not easy to travel with everyone, but when you have that moment where like you don't have to be doing the same things, but your communication is good and you get what you want out of the trip. I thought like it was the perfect sort of trip to take with your dad because it was like we both got we all got exactly what we wanted out of it.
He was cruising on that mobility scooter and it has this little honk thing.
Oh my God.
That's like, but it just sounds like a beep, and in the scope of like our human society, it doesn't seem like Vegas. A horn, and Vegas specifically, it doesn't, like, no one will pay attention to it.
Well, and you can barely hear it.
You can barely, but he was just doing it he was being so funny because my dad's got a good sense of humor. Yeah. He's always had a good sense of humor, and he was just working that thing.
He was wailing on this horn, but it was like and then like what he would do is when we got into the elevators, start honking just to like be like, okay, honk it as he's coming in and then laying on it as he's coming out.
But only because it made us laugh.
I was literally dying. I had like tears in my eyes. It was so funny.
We went to Batista's Hole in the Wall twice. So I'm sure you guys know about Batista's, but if you've been to Vegas, here's my thing with Vegas is most of the food, I get that you can get good food in Vegas. Like obviously there's like good restaurants. Yeah. There's also a lot of like quote unquote good restaurants in Vegas.
Yeah.
Which is like different versions of corporate schlock. So like we went to this, kind of corporate-y whatever place called Crack Shack, and it was delicious. They had like we found it on, we Googled like good restaurants or something, and it was far up the strip. It was like a mile away. We wanted to go on a long walk and check everything out. We went there. Yeah. Like it was delicious. It was great. Like that's a good example.
Yeah. But it's always going to be like like there's a lot of like how big of a piece of meat can you fry kind of situation. It's like also like extravagance.
Yeah.
And like size. Like that one, I literally took a knife and like cut my sandwich. Cut the meat was like that thick, and I just like cut it in half because I couldn't even chew it. But it was amazing. Anyways,
it's just like there's a lot of like corporate food. Anyways,
yeah.
Batista's not better in quality, but not corporate food on any level. It's just like this old crappy Italian restaurant.
Oh, it's so
it's
great.
just like tchotchkes everywhere. It's just like everything you want out of a place. You
and
sit
it's one
down.
of a kind. There's no other.
Yeah, it's not corporate at all. It's like family owned. It's definitely a tourist attraction. You know, people know about it and go there. It's not like,
but it's not tourist attraction like it is just. It's as much of like a tourist attraction as like Dan Tana's in LA. Like,
yeah, it takes
institution. I think is more of like
right, and it's like it's also going to attract the tourist that's like has heard of it, and it's not just only eating at TGI Fridays or whatever's inside the casino, and it's slightly off the strip, and you have to walk past. You might get shot ass stage door casino, so it's like cool tourists.
It's in a strip mall. I mean, it is. I think it is like more like an institution than a tourist trap, but it's like you go. So they have like a tiered menu. Everything comes with you get a carafe of red wine and a carafe of white wine.
All you can drink house wine.
All you can drink house wine. You get choice of super salad. You get
unlimited garlic
bread. And then at the end, you get like a dessert cappuccino.
I know. It's basically tastes like hot chocolate.
It's basically hot chocolate.
What? That? Don't call it. And then Muriel's like, can I just have the espresso? And they're like, we don't have espresso.
I was like, oh, really?
What's in your cappuccino
what the fuck do you put in your cappuccino then? Outrageous. But
they put some Ready Whip on there. That's for sure.
They do. But like the thing is like, I cracked the code, I think. So like for $25 or something like that, you can get a pasta. And then they'll tier it up. So then like, okay.
Oh, also, sorry, but if you order anything that's not a pasta, you also get a side of pasta.
Yeah, you get a side of pasta with everything.
Little penne.
Little penne with some red sauce. So if you tier up, like everything is so expensive. Like a breakfast sandwich is like at Starbucks is like $20.
I was spending $75 on our like 3 coffees. If I got my dad a juice or a yogurt thing, and God forbid I got us the
breakfast sandwich,
it was $75. We spent $100 at Johnny Rockets getting 3 hamburgers, 1 fry, one milkshake,
and that didn't even count my tall boy White Claw that I got, which was
$18.
Way overkill on $18. But still, you know,
these are the restaurants inside the strip. It's just like if Trump wants us to be like,
don't talk about.
I don't mean Trump. I just mean the government.
Okay.
You know, like if they want to like have us be like affordability is not an issue, they need to make Vegas more affordable because everyone goes there. So everyone goes to Vegas from across the country and is like, God damn, things are expensive. And then they go home and then they're like us and just talk about how things are expensive.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Vegas and it was really cheap, like the cheapest place in America.
It used to be like that.
That's what I thought too.
No, it's so, it used to be way cheaper. It's so expensive right now. It's stupid. But I was just going to say at Batista's, you get all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like you go up. So like I got a steak and that steak was like $45. So that's a lot. But in Vegas right now, it's not anything.
Yeah.
So I got a New York strip with all the stuff and salad and fucking like free wine and all this kind of stuff. And the steak was fantastic. So
it was probably the best thing on the menu, actually.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's still a really good deal. So
hardcore recommend the lasagna too.
Yeah, lasagna is good. Your dad's pasta looked pretty good.
My chop, I got the link. We went twice because on the last night we were like, "Where do you want to go?" We are like looking at places. It's like, you want to just go back to Batista's? You're like, "Yeah, let's just go back."
It was so great.
Yeah, and then I got the linguine with the chopped clams with the white sauce.
I mean, come on with your bad sauce.
And the servers are like, you know, long-standing old-time regulars. They got jokes for days. Like they put down like the most gigantic eggplant parmesan in front of you and be like, I asked them for the small ones or whatever, you know.
It's making me laugh so
He
hard.
just had just like a litany of like, you
just
know,
bits.
jokes that he just like dishes out.
But also like kind of glassy-eyed bits, like ones that he dishes out constantly. But
yeah,
of
like, course.
But then when he gets a good reaction, he's like, okay. Like
yeah,
he'll push it a little harder, do a few more bits.
Oh, the Fernet there was cheap too. That was that was not an expensive place to drink.
No.
You got to go off strip. I think next time we should stay in Old Vegas. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
okay.
Actually, this is just my favorite podcast. I love talking about all this stuff. I'll say we can wrap it.
No, we're not wrapping it. We got to talk about at least
we're going to talk about the race.
We got to talk about that, but also before we get to the race, we scratched off a hardcore Nick Castellini bucket list thing of his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to an all-you-can-eat Vegas buffet. I've always wanted to go. I've just thought it was the craziest thing. As soon as I became aware of it at some point early in life, I was like, I want to do that. We've never done it. I didn't care if it was good. It costs $100 a person, which
now in the landscape of Vegas, it's like, oh, that's
okay.
dinner.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it didn't, whatever, when Johnny Rockets cost $100 for 3 people, it's like, yeah, let's just go to an all-you-can-eat buffet where you get 90 minutes to go off. Okay.
So we went to the Bacchanal.
At Caesars, which is supposed to be the best one. Everyone says
or
it.
And the biggest one.
My dad has been watching YouTube videos about the Bacchanal and other buffets all year long. And every time we talk, he's like, so did you watch those YouTube videos yet? He was watching YouTube videos on it while we were in Vegas.
And then he ate a bunch of turkey legs. It just filled up on turkey legs.
So I kind of want to break this down a little bit because the idea is you go to these things and you get crab, right? They offer crab and the idea is we're going to go and you're only going to get the best seafood. You're not going to fill up on mac and cheese or mashed potatoes or turkey legs perhaps. You're going to get only expensive things. And I wanted to say I went in there fully with that intention. But 2 things happened. One, the main thing that happened for me was I guess I'm a Pacific Northwest snob. They have snow crab, and it's just nowhere near as good as the Dungeness crab that we get in Seattle. It's just not and it's even remotely as close.
Like this year, we talked about this in the podcast, but I killed a crab, like a Dungeness. I learned how to do kill it and crack it and cook it like a live one. And it was one of the best things I've ever eaten.
It was fully next level.
It was so insane. And so it is a little weird to get a pound of snow crab from a steam table and pick it. And I actually thought I liked it.
Muriel liked it better than I liked it.
I mean, I was like, it's crab. I mean, it wasn't
gross.
Fresh.
It's just I guess, right. And then they have lobster, but it's lobster claws.
And they were really mushy. They were not that
And
good.
they have shrimp, but it's shrimp cocktail. And the prawns were not that good.
Yeah.
So it's the seafood to me wasn't that good.
Except for when they in the whole sushi station.
The sushi was really
that
good.
Was
the scallops were good too.
Yeah, the scallops are really good.
So that is the thing is then you go and then you start trying other things. My favorite thing I think I had was the Chinese duck, and it's it was so good. The sushi was so good. I had the Asian food was amazing.
The Filipino pork, the whole roasted pork, the lechon, was so insanely good. That was probably, to me, that was one of my favorite bites. The prime rib was really good.
The prime rib was one of the best prime ribs I've had. And the the porchetta.
The porchetta was crazy. But the place I kept going back to was the sushi. They had a sashimi sort of little dish of hamachi with this sort of Fresno chilies and this soy based sauce.
So good.
I think I had 3 of those. I just kept coming back and yoinking them because they only put a few out at a time. And so I just was yoinking them. Every time I got up to get something, I would go and get that and then toss it back, throw in something else.
I think
the sushi was really good.
The sushi was, I guess what I'm getting at is it's easy to talk a big game about I'm going to go and eat all the crab that I could ever have. And then you have some crab and it's not the best crab. It just isn't.
No.
And then some of the other things are damn, that's pretty good.
I saw a guy loading up on refried beans. And I did get mad at him in my mind. I was like, boy, what are you doing? Don't, I'm saying a whole plate of refried beans.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he was getting for the table and you like what you like, right? And that's fine. And maybe you're getting dragged there and you didn't want to go there in the first place.
It's not on your dime.
It's not on your dime. Maybe or it is on your dime, but your bitch kids wanted to bring it or whatever. It's fine. Whatever. But I definitely, that shocked the shit out of me. I was like, that is literally canned refried beans with some shredded cheese on top. Do not be eating that right now. He's like, this is my favorite thing in the world. I can eat all the fried beans that I want and no one's going to judge me because it's a buffet.
The dessert was great.
Nick got all the
I
desserts.
got one of every kind of dessert, and then we all shared it. It was so fun. I'm so glad that I did it. Wouldn't do it again. Not on our own dime. If someone was like, oh yeah, it's on me, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'd do that again.
I would try a different one. I would try like what they say. So like the Bacchanal is like, I think it's the biggest one, and it's kind of like the most famous one, but there are a lot of like smaller buffets that are starting to give like, who would give like them a run for their money in terms of quality, but like way less selection. So like more focused, like a Chinese buffet, or like a more focused buffet that is like, they do this thing really, really well.
I would do that. Well, how much do those cost?
A little less, but not by much, like maybe 70 or something like that. So,
I mean, I think if you go to like Gordon Ramsay Burger, also Gordon Ramsay, bro, I get it. You're a billionaire now, and good for
like
you.
A Vegas show.
He just like, I just feel like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't even have particularly like high like thoughts of him necessarily, or low. I'm more or less neutral. Like, good for him. He's obviously a dope TV personality, and he makes good.
Well,
food.
he's fun to watch. He's very fun to watch.
It's like good for him. Like, I think he, like, if anything, it skews positive. And like, I don't think that I could ever probably turn down the amount of money that they offered him to do that. But it's just like, his brand is like worthless now. It's like you go to Vegas and it's like these horrible restaurants that look bad, that there's no way the service is going to be very good.
And it sucks because it's also like right across the street is like Bobby Flay's restaurants, and like Bobby Flay, like Gordon Ramsay went all in on this like burger chain, so they're everywhere, and it's a chain, right? So it's kind of like the more.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I just thought
there was like 5 of them.
See, can I say something?
What?
I think they were different Gordon Ramsay restaurants. No, they weren't all burgers.
It was the burger place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there could be more Gordon Ramsay. There were more Gordon Ramsay restaurants, but there was like, even way down the strip by Crack Shack, there was a Gordon Ramsay burger.
And they're like $35 hamburgers.
Yeah. And
there's no way it can be good. They're going to just crank them out. Your server, it's not like you're getting this amazing service. And God bless the servers, were one of them. I'm not saying they should give you amazing service, but also I'm just saying, like, Gordon Ramsay, he might as well be TGI Friday at this point.
It was not a good look. But and then on the top of that, the other Food Network guy, Bobby Flay, is across the street. He's in the more high rent because, like, Gordon Ramsay's in the Flamingo. Bobby Flay is in this, like, Caesars, right? And, like, I was looking over, like, the Las Vegas Eater, like, recommendations for new openings. And they have, like, he has a new place called Amalfi that is, like, large format fish dishes,
which you wouldn't even know is a Bobby Flay place if you walk past it.
No, but you wouldn't. But it's like, that's where he's up to. Is like, he's got he's got a brasserie, and the commercials. Like, even if we were in the sports betting, because we bet a little bit on the race, we were in the sports betting place, and I will say, for what you know him for, like, that's the thing I didn't like about the Gordon Ramsay thing is like, okay, don't at me. But I would say this, is that I think at this point, like, I think I'm just a big fan of, like, American smash burgers. I think that I have had several burgers in London, and I'm sure there's great burgers in London, but I have had burgers in London and Amsterdam and a few other places where I've been like, this is insane. What are you doing? It's like, the patty's that thick. It's like, it's not what I would want in a hamburger. And it's so weird to me because I think, like, to me, if Gordon Ramsay opened like a chain of like sort of like down home English, well,
he had that fish and chip place,
which smelled like fish, and you couldn't sit down. You had to like pull. It was like a takeout window. But like, for him to be like, oh, it's burgers, to me, I'm just like, I don't trust it.
Here's the thing: if it was burgers and there was one of them, and it was reasonably priced, I'd be like, oh, I bet you that's good. But it's just like, when you look at the price point and then you just see it, there's
it's
just
too fancy. I'm sorry. I just am. I think it's like, Gordon Ramsay as an Englishman doing chefy burgers feels so 1990 to me.
Oh wow!
I just think it's like
okay. We should. Okay, we love you, Gordon Ramsay. If you're listening, we love you.
Well,
we should stop talking shit. But I was like, damn. I mean, the thing is, it's just so much money. Like, God bless him. Congratulations, bro. If you're watching,
Bobby got the same amount of money, probably,
and we love Bobby too.
But his food looked way better, and it was like what he does. You know what I mean? Like Amalfi, and like he does a brasserie where he's doing like oysters Rockefeller, and like just like classic.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know. I think Vegas is the place where you cash in, not where you go open really good restaurants.
Yeah. Okay. So we're done with that.
Okay.
Now
on to the race.
Listen, we all know you don't want to be listening to this for very long, so I'm just gonna say this. It's already we're 50 minutes in. We're done. Now.
We are. How did you know that? It just hit 50 minutes.
I have a clock on mine that tells me how long it is.
Oh, you have a phone. Like every single person in the whole universe.
I can see it right now. So I'm just going to say that here's the big drama for F1 right now.
Oh, yeah. This is fun.
Okay. So this is kind of fun. And I'm just going to do it in a nutshell, and then we'll let you go if you haven't turned off already. So
they haven't turned off. They're hanging on to everybody.
That was the feedback we got from somebody who said, I said, we want feedback. And then he said,
too long.
He's like, I was so fun. I didn't need more than 40 minutes. And I am like, you know what? Of course. Why would that be? Of course. That was such a good note, but we're not taking it right now. Really quick.
Yeah.
F1. So really broadly, right? There are two, championships that you can win in F1. One is for like the best driver, and one is the constructors championship, which is for the best car.
Because the reason for that is each team has two cars, right? So there's two drivers racing at the same time for each team. 10 teams, 20 drivers. So that means if one player gets in first place, that's a certain amount of points. And then if the second driver for that team gets in third place, that's a lot more points for the team overall than if they got in 10th place or 15th place.
Right. So it's really fun. An element of the drama of F1 is that you have these fantastic drivers, but some years, some of these teams just have a better car. So it's arguable right now, because I think there are definitely some people who are McLaren like lovers who think that they also have the best drivers. But I will say this, McLaren has arguably the best car on the grid right now. They blew out the Constructors' Championship. But even though they have the best car, they're now in contention to see who is going to get the World Drivers' Championship. Now, it would seem to follow if you have the best car and you're a good driver, because they're all amazing drivers, right? That probably you're going to have the opportunity to win the World Drivers' Championship. And Lando Norris for McLaren was supposed to win it, and he had all these points. Max Verstappen is this sort of like Terminator robot. I did not like his personality in Drive to Survive. I thought he was a total asshole. He has been driving for Red Bull, and he's been dominating Red Bull. So he's won World Drivers' Champion.
He's been dominating for Red Bull. He's been dominating F1 for like the last 5 years or something.
It's 4 years. Yeah. And then this is his 5th year.
Of being like unstoppable.
Like totally, like laughably unstoppable. Like he is the king of everything.
And Red Bull's winning construction championships and everything.
Yeah. Even with his second driver often not like doing as well as him. So Lando Norris for McLaren was supposed to leave Max Verstappen in the dust. And then Max Verstappen started winning races.
A couple
in
weeks
his
ago.
janky Red Bull, and he's been winning races over like halfway through the year. He had been dominated by a McLaren. He was just not getting it, and now he's like creeping up, and he's just been winning race after race after race. And so now the big joke on the internet and like with everybody is like, is Max Verstappen going to get another World Drivers' Championship, even though McLaren has literally the best car anybody's seen in a while, right?
Right. And Lando was going to clearly win it 6 weeks ago.
Like so much, like he was going to win this so hard. And Vegas was this really cool race, right? Because it's a wet race. It's raining. It's a dirty track. It's
a street track.
It's a street track. So everything's like dirty and like spinning out. And it's kind of wild to be doing it. They had their practices canceled. Like they had like all their practice races like sort of like abbreviated because they kept throwing yellow flags out. So everybody had to slow down and go back into the pit. At one point there was this big issue, like basically the way that F1 cars like kind of stay on the ground. They're like the world's most expensive vacuum. So they suck up everything on the street to like maintain their connection to the ground.
There's not literally a suction device. It's just the way the cars are built and how fast they're going. They're sucking to the ground.
So if there's a loose manhole cover, which there was
in Vegas a couple years ago,
and it can go up into the car. It sucks up into the car and it can cause like catastrophic damage. So there was this loose manhole cover in the practices. They kept stopping and starting. So nobody really got a good practice. And they did the qualifying, which basically is like where you start in the race, right? So if you have the fastest lap, you start in position 1. Second fastest lap starts in position 2. So like they are all ranked, and Max Verstappen got in position 2. Lando Norris was in position 1. They take off, and Max Verstappen is so brutal. He brutalized.
From the very first turn, he took first place and then did not give it up. Freaking dominated the entire race.
Fastest lap like every lap.
And Muriel bet
laps.
on that. That was one of our. We placed 8 bets. This is what we did. We took $40. Was it 8 bets?
Yeah.
We took $40 and we placed 8 $5 bets.
Yeah.
Is that math right?
Yeah.
And we bet on the qualifying, which we didn't win anything on. I had to outside bet on Pierre Gasly. Gasly, if you're listening, man, we
love Pierre Gasly.
I don't even love Pierre Gasly, but for some reason I was like, this guy's going to get in the top 3 qualifying, and I'm going to win $300, and that didn't happen.
No,
okay,
didn't happen.
But then in the main race, what we won was Max Verstappen in first place, which Muriel.
I called it, but I wanted it so bad.
And then I said Carlos Sainz was going to get in the top 6, which initially didn't happen. He was actually in top 7.
I want to tell it.
And why did that happen?
Because, so Max Verstappen dominated McLaren so bad. So that part was really funny. And they got dominated. And then the next day in the post-race inspection, they found that both McLarens got disqualified. So not just that Max Verstappen won by like an insane, like just domination, but then both of their cars got disqualified. So they got pulled out of the race. They lost all those points.
And the reason was because of basically they cheated essentially. They didn't cheat purposely, but there was this thing that happened to the bottom of their car that was an advantage for them, which disqualified them.
There's like a plate at the bottom of the car, and I think what they're saying is like, so very quickly, I think that the way they would say they cheated was that the plate was set too low, which gives them an advantage. But basically the way they get caught is in the post-inspection, the post-race inspection, that plate had a ton of damage and it had been ground down, so it was paper thin, and they lost like that helped them basically. Now, what they say happened, and what I think did happen, is that it was also just a brutal race. So like they were bouncing and there were sparks flying off and the track was dirty and it was raining, and they had a brutal like practice rounds. So at any rate,
anyways, none of the other teams had that problem.
They didn't have that other problem. So we think McLaren was pushing the boundaries of something, but they both got disqualified, which means all the points got taken out, which meant Nick won for Carlos Sainz because everybody raised up like 2 positions on the grid. And then on top of that, now Max Verstappen has closed the gap for points.
And didn't he just win first in Qatar?
Yeah. So then he just won first in Qatar. There's one more race of this season. It's Abu Dhabi. And if he gets first in Abu Dhabi, he's going to win World Drivers' Championship. And it's insane. So it was a really fun race.
It was so fun.
It was so fun.
You were
watch.
such a joy. I had so much fun with you. We smoked 2 cigarettes a day, which is my absolute max.
Yeah.
I did get sick. Do you think the cigarettes made me get sick? Do you think that played a part?
Maybe. I mean, I think Nick and I have a thing where we'll smoke cigarettes and
vacations,
especially ones where like cigarettes are like very front and forward.
Yeah,
like
Europe
and like, Italy is like, there's just chunks where everybody's doing it, so you just join. And Vegas is definitely like that. And maybe it's definitely not going to help, Yeah. But I think you got sick in a weird way. It
wasn't COVID. I took a test.
Yeah, but it was very intense. I don't know. I didn't get sick. So,
okay, fucking dunk on Nick.
On Nick?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had the best time ever.
Was there any other highlights we needed to cover?
Well, one of them was the lady who rented us the mobility scooter.
Oh, just in general, man. So many of the people that we came across with that were working in Vegas were cool as shit.
They were so cool. Like, we came up and she had so much attitude. And she goes, well, what company did you rent this from? And he's like, I don't remember. Or
I was like,
whatever.
I think it's just Flamingo. I don't know. I think I called you. I was going to say that. I think we talked on the phone.
So he arranged it through her. It's a third-party company that brings the thing. I knew it was a third-party company. She was making a big deal about the third-party company. And then she starts looking at the reservation. She's being all bitchy about it. She's like, oh, I made this reservation. And then while we're getting our paperwork in order, this girl comes up and she's like, excuse me, like, I'm trying to get my luggage. Because it was
the bellhop desk or whatever.
Yeah. So she came up and she was like, excuse me, I'm trying to get my luggage. And she says, oh, there's a guy out there. He'll help you. And then she's like, there's nobody there. And she's like, yeah, well, he'll be there in a minute.
Or he's helping someone else.
Yeah. And then she's walking away and she goes, patience is a virtue.
Oh, I don't think I told you this. When I went to drop the...
Oh, no. What happened?
The mobility scooter off, I thought I was getting to the desk, right? I couldn't remember exactly where it was. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is it. Anyways, so I get to the wrong place, but it's basically the valet. Right. And it's like bellhops are the ones that are running the valet and grabbing the luggage and all this shit. And there's these 2 dudes there, these 2 older guys. And I'm like, I was like, hey, where's the bellhop desk? Like, I need to return this mobility scooter. And the guy was like, I'll do it. And then his friend looked at him crazy. And I was like, I couldn't tell if they were joking or not. And he was like, no, I'll do it for you. And he was like, yep, this guy. Okay, sure. Yeah, give it to him. Trust him. Because they were just fucking with me so bad. And I had no idea if they were telling the truth or not. And I was like, okay, so I just give it to you. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it back. But they just kept saying it in a way that they knew they were fucking with me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, all right. So I gave it to him. And then I was like, I'm going to watch where this fool goes. And then he got on it. And the guy was like, speed demon. He jacked you now or whatever. And then, but then he just took it inside and took it back to the place.
They were being outrageous at the bellhop desk. Like, I'm saying, like, not even just like normal, like they were trolling, they were being
I feel like if you're rich and you have money and you're a high roller, you get really good service, and the rest of us just get toyed with.
Yeah. Oh man, that was really fun. All right, thanks for listening to us. Listen, I can't tell you how fun it is to do this podcast.
We love you guys.
We really, really do. It's like kind of the best thing ever. So I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. We have a bunch of true crime coming out. The one I'm working on right now is Christy Miller. It's the true story behind the boxing movie that Sydney Sweeney just did that bombed at the box office.
But apparently it's a crazy ass story.
The story is really interesting.
I'm sure the movie is not terrible. Well, actually, why would I? I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know. But
I want to see it.
Yeah. If you saw it, you can tell us if you liked it. But I'm doing the story behind that, and her actual biography is fascinating. She's really interesting. We have another really cool serial killer story that I've tabled for like a month.
Oh, also, if you're still listening, so I produce this show, The Good Stuff Podcast. It's executive produced by celebrated actor, director, producer Bradley Cooper. And we interviewed him for the episode that came out this week. So if you want to hear me talk to Bradley Cooper with my friends Jake and Ashley, it's a really great episode. Him and Jake go way back, and it's really fun to hear about their friendship, and they tell a bunch of hilarious Hollywood stories because Jake's like this Marine that Bradley Cooper like brought into the Hollywood world, and Jake's like a fish out of water stories about basically hanging out with like Clint Eastwood and Jennifer Gardner and all these people, and it's a really fun episode. There's like a lot of earnestness in it. It's totally heartfelt. Anyways, I did a good job.
He did a really good job.
So anyways, check out the Good Stuff Podcast, and check out all those episodes in general. I'm really proud of that show. So if we know that you need more podcasts to listen to. Let's be honest. We all do.
Podcasts are the shit. Yeah. I love podcasts. I listen to them all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally.
And if you're just like, what am I listening to right now? This has been Nick and Muriel. You've been listening to Mouth Noises. That's our non-true crime podcast that comes out once or twice a month. We always put out at least one Mouth Noises that's behind the paywall on Patreon. And then we put out free ones also. So
also, if you're sitting here at 1 hour, 30 minutes? And you're saying like, what the hell was I listening to? Listen to your heart and think about how you are still listening, because
that's crazy.
Chances are like you're really into this.
Yeah.
I'm
so faded. These are so drunk. These are so drunk. That's what I literally just said.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Shut up. You should slap me and tell me to shut up. All right. Bye.